It's Beer O'Clock, and it's the Beer O'Clock show, flavour of the month, where every month we get a special little beer from our friends at the Little Leeds Beer House, and we have a little bit of a chat about it. My name's Mark, and joining me, as always, is my beer buddy, Steve. Hello, Steve.
Hi, Mark. How you doing?
I'm alright, mate. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
It's a bit funny only doing this once a month, but...
It is, but it means we just really get to sample the best beers that are around right now.
Yes, indeedy. And this month's beer from Little Leeds Beer House isn't a beer from Leeds. It is brand new. It is from Northern Monk Brew Co. It is Double Heathen. Their double IPA, 10%. Thanks very much, guys, for sending this down. Much appreciated. Or for allowing Steve to mule it down, I should say. And it's pouring out. Mine's cloudy as anything. It
is, but you will notice it does actually say on the can that it's naturally hazy as well. So that's to be expected. But it is big and thick looking.
That's
dark orange.
That's Leeds murky, that is.
It's got a very small head on mine that's disappearing rapidly.
Kind of a light orange.
Yep, there's some mango in there. And there's
mango. That's what I'm picking up. Yes.
Right at the back, there's a little bit of pine there as well. Shall we give this a bash?
Yeah, it smells like the more pulpy citrus rather than the pippy type. But yes. Let's get into it, pal. Cheers.
Cheers, mate. Probably one of your best explanations ever there.
Whoa!
That's a mouthful.
Isn't that?
There's a lot going on in there.
I'm not quite sure what I think of that, Steve. I think I'm not a fan of double IPAs at the best of times, but that's
no, you're not. Which is always makes me chuckle when we get given another double IPA to feature from Rich up at Little Leeds Beer House. It's almost in the back of my head. I'm chuckling to myself as he gives me them every time.
But that tastes a bit murky, I think.
It does. It tastes. I mean, it does taste quite dank. It's like somebody got a handful of hops and pine and shoved them in your mouth and sort of held your nose closed and made them almost ferment freshly in your mouth. There's lots going on in there, and the flavours they're not light flavours either. They're really big, bold flavours.
They're all top palate bitterness. There's no sweetness in there for me at all. And I think I've gotten so used to having these IPAs and double IPAs that have a certain level of clarity in the palate, whereas this doesn't have that. It's kind of like, here's a mouthful of beer, fucking deal with it. Basically, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it is a big drink. I mean, it's a challenge, and there's quite a bit of an alcohol burn on the end of it as well. So there is some warmth coming through from the booze. It's got a very long, dry, bitter end to it as well. That kind of keeps those citrus and tropical flavours just tingling around in the mouth until the next mouthful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a definite biscuity maltiness in there as well. I'm getting some real lemony pine right in the middle. The typical West Coast bitter burn at the edge from the hops.
Yep.
I don't quite like this, to be honest with you.
Sorry. It's taste is subjective, isn't it? That's the thing. I mean, it's a challenging drink, and it's a big ABV as well. So this isn't one that you're gonna chuck back. It's one that you're probably going to take your time over a little bit more. I mean, this is still sort of uber fresh as well. It's only been in the can about a week as we drink it.
Mm-hmm.
So and it's not actually been on. It was only released this past weekend as well. So it's only just fresh to the market now.
Yeah, I mean, saying that, it is nice to see a brewery putting out a double IPA that is proper murky.
It's kind of becoming the standard now, almost for double IPAs. They're kind of wearing their murk on their sleeve, and it's becoming a bit of a badge of honour. The murkier, the better.
Well, not being an IPA drinker, I wouldn't know, but
it's interesting though, because if you compare it to the one that we did last month, the Lupuloid IPA from Beavertown, that was crisp. It was clear. The flavours were clearly defined within it. I can understand what you're saying in terms of this. It's the flavours are all over the place. There's a lot going on in there. It's actually quite a challenging drink as well, in terms of trying to pick out different flavours and trying to give it a real assessment of how you feel about it.
Yeah, it would have been quite nice if the faint mango that's on the aroma would have come through on the flavours. But I mean, that's the difference between aroma hops and bittering hops, right? You're not always going to pick up the aromas on the actual profile. But it is a shame that it is a shame that it's the murky palette that it is. But being what it is, a murky double.
It is, and maybe next month we should I should maybe have a chat with Rich about getting something that's more akin to your palate, mate. Maybe we should do like a saison or a sour or something for one of these flavour of the months one month, rather than just doing whatever the next big IPA is that's coming along off of the conveyor belt.
I don't know what you got against me, Rich, but you keep sending this stuff down, much as I appreciate it. If only you carried some badges, eh? Then a bit of golden glory would be nice. But saying that, I don't know what else to say. 10%. I mean, this is coming out this week. We're recording on Sunday, and I think you told me on the handover of this it's coming out on Tuesday.
Yep, it's released Tuesday. I think I'm going to put this podcast out on Tuesday as well. So people should be able to listen to our thoughts on it on the day of nationwide release of the cans as well. Because up until now, it's only been available. It was available at Indie Man. That was the first pour of it. And since then, it's only been available at the Northern Monk Taproom as well. So first time in cans this week.
And don't be put off by my comments. If you like your double IPAs and you don't mind a murky beer, then I'm sure you'll enjoy this one. But I have not, alas. It's quite filling, isn't it? I'm not. It
is. No, it's a very filling beer. It's one of the first comments I made was that it looked quite thick, and I think it actually comes through as being quite a thick beer as well. It's almost got the consistency of a big impy stout.
Yeah. Oof, 10%. Anyway, how's your hop onions going, Stevie? How's the main podcast going?
It's going very well, thank you, mate. We're enjoying it. We're enjoying just trying a different range of beers and just not always being necessarily led by the beer.
Very good. New episode coming out this Friday.
Absolutely, yes.
Great.
Yes, this week's all about following the bear, which people will have to listen to it to get the gist of that one.
Right, I think we can wrap this one up. Any final comments that you have on the Double Heathen from Northern Monk, mate?
No, I mean, it's don't be put off by the label. 10% is big for a double IPA. Most double IPAs that we're used to now generally come in at somewhere between 8 and 9, so this is a little bit bigger than it used to, and I think that bigness does give it some of its big bold flavours and its big bold mouthfeel as well. So if you see it, it's well worth picking a can up and giving it a go, and especially also if you enjoyed Heathen, or if you enjoyed the Mango Lassi version of the Heathen as well, pick this up and have a go at it, because you won't be too disappointed.
Very good. Don't forget you can find us online at beeroclockshow.co.uk, on Twitter at beeroclockshow, on Instagram at beeroclockshow. Steve is on Untapped at beershowsteve, and I'm on Untapped at beershowmark, and on Twitter at beershowmark. Be sure to check out the main show, Hop Onions. Is it every Friday or every second Friday, Steve?
It's kind of the original intention that it was going to be fortnightly, but we've ended up falling into a weekly pattern already. So
of course you have.
At the moment, it's kind of a new podcast every week at the moment.
And how's your Irish beer review thing? What's that called again? You can tell I'm keeping up with them.
It's nice to know that you're keeping up with stuff. The Irish Beer Report. We've only done one episode so far. We've got the next one is due within the next few weeks or so.
Okay. And we'll be back in around about a month's time, providing Little Leeds are still talking to me. But
I'm sure I can convince Rich to still talk to you, and to give you something that your palate will prefer.
And Little Leeds can be found on Little Leeds Beer on Twitter, and littleleadsbeer.co.uk for their website. It'll be in the show notes anyway, I'm sure. Won't it, Stephen?
Yes, I guess it will be now.
Okay, well, until next time then, Stevie, thank you very much.
It's been the highlight of my month.
And mine, mate. Bye-bye.